billetes me están dando, babacucha estoy sembrando y las vacas estoy sacando, carros nuevos manejando, cada año estoy comprando un Mercedes 550, ropa de marca bien buena.
Alright, Shalom Akim, Wa'akwath of the elect of the nation of Israel. Welcome back to another, brief lesson going into without Israelite men, without so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American men, men power, you heathens out there, which the heathens are you other nations who are not out of the seed of the promised, which is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Ain't nothing or are nothing. You see, so without the Israelite man, you heathens, you so-called white people primarily, your kingdom, really ain't nothing, man, because the whole concept of major kingdoms and infrastructures, they were all built upon the blood, sweat, and tears of the Hebrew Israelites, God's chosen people. But hey, before I go any further, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodesh. Double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the elect scattered amongst the heathen. And I want to open up this lesson, faith booster as well, because these videos are for the elect of Israel, to build their faith, to further prove that we are the Israelites. This is Ecclesiastes 1, and I'll start at 1 and 9. It says, history merely repeats itself. It has all been done before. Now, this is Ecclesiastes in the NLT version, which is the New Living Translation, to better understand, the proper words of certain scriptures. This is Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. History merely repeats itself. It has all been done before. Nothing under the sun is truly new, right? So there's a intro video that you see of a Northern Kingdom Israelite, most likely from Issachar. This is nothing new. These jakes that you see, amongst Babylon and in these major cities. Because this video is a jake, working for construction in one of the tallest buildings, in New York City. I believe they're known as skyscrapers, but these are examples of Esau's infrastructures. When you go into the famous buildings like the Empire State Building, you go into these various, even the banks, bank buildings, medical buildings, the stock market buildings, all these buildings that you see in the background, they were all built upon Hebrew Israelites. That's why I entitled this video, Without Israelite Man, or Without Israelite Man Power, you heathens ain't nothing, because without, the power of the Hebrew Israelite man, primarily with, those Israelites, starting with, so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans, without our men, our men who are working 50, 60 overtime hours a week, you heathens ain't nothing. You heathens really don't have a kingdom, because the kingdom, primarily this kingdom, which is the kingdom of Babylon, that was built upon Hebrew Israelites. This is going back to Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. It says, nothing under the sun is truly new. So this is nothing new, because when you go into the Old Testament, Jake, Negro, Latino, Native American man, they were the ones who were building, the various cities of Egypt. For example, this is Exodus 1 and 10. It says, come come on and let us deal wisely with them. Now this is a pharaoh which translates back to one of the the leaders or the president of Egypt. It says, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Verse 11, therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them. Yeah, and those taskmasters, that you see in these modern times, these are the modern day Edomites. Because when you go to these for brothers that work construction, the ones that are doing the work mainly is Jake, but the ones commanding or giving out orders to do the work, or building various projects, these are Edomites or other heathens. It says taskmaster, a person who imposes a harsh or onerous work on someone. It says an oppressor. You see, it says someone who gives others a lot of work to do and expects them to work hard. You see that? And that's what Esau does, man. That's how you know the modern day Egyptians are you so-called white people. Because again, I gave the example of primarily in the construction industry, general labor. The taskmasters, the oppressors, are you so-called Edomites, or are you so-called white people, which are the Edomites according to the Holy Scriptures. You see that? So those modern day taskmasters today, it's the heathens, man, that give out orders to Jake to be afflicted with their burdens. You see, and that's a spirit, because one of the main tribes out of the 12 tribes of Israel, that's Issachar. Issachar was given the power and the gift of hard work. This is Genesis 49 and 14, and it says, Issachar is a strong ass, couching down between two burdens. And he saw that the rest was good, and the land that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute. See, Issachar, which is one of the top working tribes of Israel. They were given the spirit of hard work, of labor, and being hired to do these very difficult tasks. These difficult jobs, because not any not any Jake can actually get a job like this. Because a lot of Jakes, they're afraid of heights. I know personally a few Israelites in the world, man, who are afraid of heights. But you could tell, hey, this Jake right here, hey, he ain't afraid of heights, man. He has a family to feed. That's why mainly you see a lot of Northern Kingdom Israelites, primarily Issachar, Issachar, Zebulon, who are the main tribes who are working on building Esau's kingdom. In the construction industry. Now, other industries, other jobs like warehouse and besides construction. You might see Judah, you might see Levi, Benjamin, but primarily, man, the hardest jobs out there, man, it's Northern Kingdom. That's why when you go into the famous Latin America pyramids, or if you see the greatest ancient pyramids of all time, they're all in Latin America, especially in Mexico. Mexico, Peru. And here are examples, man. These same the Israelites of Exodus, the first chapter, who were afflicted to build for Pharaoh treasure cities, Python and Ramses. Okay, when you go into the history of Python and Ramses, hey, that goes into here's the history. It says during the period of forced labor, Exodus 1:11 states how the Israelites had built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Python and Ramses, and you could apply that to a modern day New York, Washington D.C., old California, man, California, Texas, Oregon, you know, uh, Jake has been building, okay, the kingdom of the heathens, man, for over, okay, 2,000-3,000 years plus. It says the cities which were said to have been constructed on virgin ground were both characterized by lavish temples, a large size, many storerooms for treasures and riches. Yeah, you see that? So when you go into the history of Esau's, his stock market, his churches, his temples, they were all built by Jake, man. Okay, by Israelite men. It says tall mud walls built without straw and were located near to each other and on the Exodus route. And if you notice, man, Jake, when he builds a certain building, man, it's very precise. Okay, it's very it's at its perfection, because back during the times of Exodus, man, Jake actually had the understanding of the blessings that was given unto him, okay, by our forefather Jacob. They were able to understand the stars, the constellations, okay, the different patterns, okay, of the signs of heaven. Hey, but we lost that power, man. We lost, okay, the power of understanding, the times, okay, of the blessings that Yahweh Shemel Shai grant us, and that's because of the curses. And now, because of the curses, again, like it tells you in Ecclesiastes, let me get that 1 and 9 down to verse 10. It says, sometimes people say, here, something new, but actually it is old. Nothing is ever truly new. See, so this Jake working his ass off on Esau's kingdom. This ain't nothing new, man. We were doing this in the time of Egypt, in the time of Pharaoh. It says, but the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. So that's ironic, man, because if you were to have a heathen working his ass off to build up Esau's kingdom, Esau's gonna bug out, okay, and they won't be able to grow offspring. They'll commit suicide. But Jake, on the other hand, Jake's a hard worker, man. Again, Jake's out there working his ass off, to feed his family. But not only that, Jake is actually more focused. Focused, increased testosterone. Just giving out examples of how when the Israelite man works, man, okay, he becomes stronger. You see, he gets built up physically and spiritually, man. But again, just giving brothers examples of modern day Israelite men, okay, building up Esau's kingdom ain't nothing new. But okay, without that Israelite man power, you heathens ain't nothing. You see, this is Psalms 147:2. The Lord Yahweh does build up Jerusalem. He gathereth together the outcasts of Israel. And that's happening spiritually, man. Right now you have a Hebrew Israelite man out of the 12 tribes of Israel, primarily with the prophets, who are building up, okay, Jerusalem spiritually, okay, through the spirit and power and the gifts of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Yahweh Shemel Shai has given us, brothers, the resources, the proper tools, okay, to build up his kingdom. He gathereth together the outcasts of Israel. But now we understand that, in the kingdom of heaven, Jake ain't gonna work no more, like it tells you here. It's gonna be it's gonna flip around. Okay, meaning the last shall be first and the first shall be last. So now you heathens out there, you heathens, you so-called white people, you so-called Chinese, you so-called North Koreans, Japanese. Okay, you Arabs, you are Arabs from Dubai, Saudi Arabia, and you're gonna build the kingdom of heaven. Okay, with proper order. This is, give me a second. Heathens work no more. See if I can find that precept. Okay, if a brother want to post that where it goes into how the heathens are going to build, our kingdom. I think that's in the prophecy in Revelation. They're gonna build, okay, our kingdom. But let me see if I could find that one real quick. If not, brother want to post it on the comment board. It says, see if I can find it. Let me go into Isaiah 2 NLT version. This is Isaiah 2. Okay, it should be like in the last verses. Let me see, Isaiah 2. Two handmaids. Should be in Isaiah. Try Isaiah 14:2. It says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids. And this is the one. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors, their taskmasters. And that's a prophecy, man. So the prophecy, Isaiah 14:1 down to verse 2. And this prophecy hasn't been fulfilled. That's going to be fulfilled in the kingdom of heaven. Isaiah 14:1, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, right? Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them. Yeah, and those strangers, that's speaking about Israelite foreigners, okay, that are scattered amongst the heathen. Okay, starting with the elect that are going to get saved when Yahushua returns, they will be joined unto us. Okay, the prophets and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their taskmasters, their oppressors. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. And this is a great sorrow, man. Seeing Jake, working overtime hours, okay, in Esau's kingdom, okay, risking his life. Why? Because of the curses, and also to feed, the family, okay, the kids, the wife, the daughter. You see, there's an example, okay, of sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. You see that? So this is bondage right here, man. Modern day bondage and Babylon the Great. So again, without Israelite men power, you heathens ain't nothing. Because really, man, the ones who build up this kingdom, okay, it's through the power of Yahweh Shemel Shai that he has given, okay, to the Israelite man. Because without the Israelite man, really, these nations ain't nothing, man. And with that, I'm gonna play this one more time, Lord's will. Pray as a faith booster, okay, edifying.
Yeah. pero aquí sigo chambeando, los billetes me están dando, babacucha estoy sembrando y las vacas estoy sacando, carros nuevos manejando, cada año estoy comprando un Mercedes 550